Women Okay by Sydney Watson channel. Oh my god, this is gonna be good. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's watch this.
American Eagle just run an ad for eugenics.
You guys are complaining about that Sydney Sweeney jeans ad, so I went and saw it.
That's Nazi propaganda.
Boy, oh, Nazi propaganda buzzwords.
With blonde hair and blue eyes, the European utopic desired standard of beauty.
Her name is Sydney
what the
Sweeney,
fuck?
so her initials are SS.
But there's always an exception of the mixture of different fabrics with 100% cotton, and that's when the 100% cotton is being picked by people of color.
I feel like I am perpetually asking,
God.
what even is this?
We will never know. Welcome to hell.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell. And as per usual, before we launch in, today's video is sponsored by Raycon. So the question that we are asking today is, are women okay? And the answer to that is no. No, we are not. But neither are the lads. So when we join forces and come together, we make one barely functioning
I am,
human.
you are,
In
the
last
other is
week
not so
or
much.
We've had women lamenting that men don't approach them out in public anymore.
I better pay attention to me tonight. I'm so sick of this shit.
Oh my god.
Touch a boob, buy a drink. I mean, it's like very simple.
Then there was this whole tea-app
what the
scandal
fuck?
situation. And now we have absolutely unhinged intersectional liberal feminists losing their minds over actress Sydney Sweeney.
The Sydney Sweeney Aryan Eagle ad is not only xenophobic and racist, it's also scientifically inaccurate.
And yes, I know at this stage, everyone and their brother has commented on this situation, but I want to as well, because this is my channel. And you're not the boss of me. There are a multitude of reasons I want to talk about this, but one of them is because I definitely think this situation vindicates what I said in my Age of Ugly is Over video, where I basically made the point that it's cool to be hot again. And advertising has picked up on this, the entertainment industry has picked up on this, and that means that there's this large portion of people who are absolutely losing it over the fact that there's less diversity and representation everywhere. I guess
diversity.
I'm sorry that
even though I still have to disagree because there is still quite a lot of bullshit out of there, and there is a huge amount of space for them to keep on losing, you know? We are so like we are still so far like cleaning everything up, you know? And I don't know if we'll be actually succeeding on this because you know, like with everything that have been happening in the last few days, like the censorship all around the world, right? But yeah, let's leave it as it is, like right?
your average person really doesn't want to look at half head shaved, super bizarre looking they-thems in advertising anymore. I'm sorry, super hot people offend thee so. So for those of you who are not currently aware somehow, actress and woman of the hour Sydney Sweeney was featured in a series of ads by the clothing company American Eagle.
Well, you guys know how I see all of these people inside industry, and that includes Sydney Sweeney. People are telling out there that he's conservative or whatever. I don't think that she is. I think that she is playing smart and playing whatever benefits her. And that's not good. But well, whatever. As long as you don't feel used like a piece of like, you know, paper that people uses on their I don't know. I better not say anything else. You guys know the idea.
Basically, all of them end with the phrase, Sydney has great genes, and all of them have this sort of the sultry, I talk in this slow woman voice, and it's very low pitched, and it's very nice type of vibe.
My body's composition is determined by my genes. Hey, eyes up here.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
But the ad that has upset women on the internet most of all was this one, which refers to how genes are passed down.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining...
Okay, she's pretty and all, but I have to agree that the propaganda is kind of off, at least for me. Like, I don't know, I didn't like the propaganda of the genes. It's not her fault or anything like that. I just thought that they could have done this better. I don't know. It's just my opinion, though. I don't know if I don't know if. I know it was a success, this propaganda, but I don't know if it was only because of Sydney Sweeney, and not only and not because the propaganda itself. Because by the propaganda itself, I don't think it was like a good propaganda. And like, I think that if they are willing to spend this all this money to make her like appear in a propaganda, they should have shot better. But that's just on me. I mean, whatever, it works. So yeah, but I don't know. I think if they had done this better, it could have been worked like better than currently is. Even though it was a success, it could have like a even higher success. I don't know. Whatever. Just take this with a grain of salt, okay? Just my opinion.
Traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color.
It's a jeans propaganda. What else they could have been done? Like, yeah, maybe that's okay. I don't know.
My jeans are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very keens.
Now, obviously, I watched these videos, and because I have a fully functioning brain, immediately understood the fact that the double entendre referring to her good genes is a reference to her being hot. She's got good genes, and therefore she's hot. That is it. That is the joke. It's also probably a reference to her boobs, because lots of lads think that she's got some good ones on her. But terminally online intersectional feminists decided this ad was basically the second
Undeniable
coming of
truth.
the Third Reich.
You guys are complaining about that Sydney Sweeney jeans ad, so I went and saw it.
That's Nazi propaganda.
How? This is Nazi propaganda. How? Why? This is Nazi propaganda. What the fuck? Oh, no.
Wow. I thought it
Always
was
the
gonna
fucking
be like
buzzwords all over again. These people are so delusional. Oh my god, like, how can they wake up often every day and don't realize that they are living a loophole of fucking mistakes? I don't know.
That's gonna be in history book.
Everyone's talking about the Sydney Sweeney thing, like, oh, poor girl. She got tricked into doing a eugenics ad.
It's this dog whistle.
What the fuck is going wrong with you?
This particular double entendre is so insidious is because it's innocent, right? It's innocent if you're either bad faith or an idiot.
Yes, the very same people who thought
Oh
that
my
Dylan
God.
Mulvaney modeling women's clothing was brave and progressive think that Sydney Sweeney's commercial is...
Yes, because progressive, like what is really good for these people is have like fucking hair on their armpits.
Nazi propaganda.
Revolutionary.
I wish I were kidding. It's like they all get the same update at the same time.
I wish you
and then
were
just
as well.
Go immediately to TikTok and spew the exact
you
same
were.
talking points. I love how the hive mind works. I also love how ears work, because that means that all of us can listen to Raycon, the sponsor of today's video. I have been buying and using
I just love
insanely
her
cheap
face
earbuds for a
expressions.
very long time. Look, this one is broken. I don't even know why. I am not violent with these. So imagine how much my life changed when Raycon sent me some affordable, nice earbuds to replace my messed up ones. Overjoyed I was, and I'm going to tell you why. Raycon's everyday earbuds have actual premium quality audio. Their latest model has a 32-hour battery life, and it lets you pair with 2 devices at once, which is a damn sight better than what I'm used to. These don't die in 5 minutes when I make calls or try to listen to podcasts while I clean. I also love that the buds themselves have an ergonomic design, which means that they actually fit in my tiny baby ears, meaning I don't have to push these back into my head 400 times a day.
Baby
Raycon's
ears.
everyday earbuds also come with active noise cancellation, which I think is very...
I don't know. I used it to have those like 4 or 5 years ago, but now I just cannot use anymore. I don't know. I just don't feel good. I just prefer like an actual headset, like actual earphones, like head earphones.
Pretty cool, especially if I'm trying to space out while grocery shopping or doing chores. They also sent me this adorable protective case. They have a ton of designs, of course, but I picked this Galaxy one, which feels very Sydney and I love it. So if you too want a better listening experience, then click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/SydneyWatson and get 20% off the fan favorite Everyday Earbuds Classic. That's buyraycon.com/SydneyWatson for 20% off. Since these ads dropped, these women have labeled this a Nazi dog whistle, said it is a eugenicist campaign, said that it is white supremacy, racist. I even saw some people saying that it's pedophilic because it seems to be a nod at an 80s Calvin Klein jeans ad.
Avy jealous fucking woman, like, they just wanted to be her, like, not only appearance but having the same opportunities. And doesn't matter if you're not fucking grounded in reality. If you're grounded in feelings, you cannot, like, it doesn't matter how you feel. Things should be like this because it's how reality works, you know. And we've been seeing like hella lot for quite a long time already. What happens when reality, like, bend itself to fulfill your selfish, narcissistic wishes, you know? Things went crazy, things go crazy, the world's like drawing chaos, like woods-wise. That's what happens. So no, we are better with Sydney, okay?
With a 14-year-old Brooke Shields.
The secret of life lies hidden in the genetic code.
I think everyone can agree with that. Not only men, but women as well. The honest ones that not envy, jealous, and narcissistic bitches can agree that we are all better with, like, the ones like Sydney instead of like fat, ugly, narcissistic bitches on the screen with blue hair, piercing, and hair under the armpits, you know? Yeah.
Genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics
what the fuck
to
am I
succeeding
watching?
generations.
And I mean, part of the bottom line here is that we are at a point socially and culturally where people say that it's racist for white people to even reference their genes.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking.
What the fuck?
Like,
it's always the same type of people that complain.
Woman
God.
is talking about her good.
You will notice that you never will see a very, like, pretty one, a pretty girl, like, complaining about this. It's always this type. Why?
Genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda.
Apparently, it's even racist
This
to have
hurts.
one's German
It
Shepherd
hurts to
dog
watch,
in
Sydney.
photos.
You may have seen the American Eagle commercial, but have you seen the entire photo shoot? Because Sydney Sweeney is laying with her German Shepherd dog in this shoot. Her name is Sydney Sweeney, so her initials are SS. They intentionally included her German Shepherd dog in the photo shoot. And in one of the clips of this commercial, they're panning up as she says, and I quote, "Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color."
She's not lying. This is the truth. This is genetics. No.
And when it pans to her face, she says, "My genes are blue," showing her blue eyes and her blonde hair and her white skin. They not only know that this is a dog whistle, they put the literal dog in the photo shoot.
I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed this one a lot. The dog,
Oh my god,
the dog
oh
is
my
a dog
god,
whistle
oh my god.
because it's German? Are you a symbol of the Third Reich, Isla? Are you a dog whistle to the dog whistle? You're too red, I'm afraid. You're not allowed to stay. You must be white. White, there's only whites allowed. Okay, bye-bye.
Oh my god.
American Eagle didn't even say best genes or superior genes or elite genes. They simply said great genes. And now deeply unattractive they-thems are spiraling about this company being a white supremacist organization spurred on by it canceling.
Bro, they just wanna sell fucking jeans. That's all. Just wanna have sales.
Its DEI policies. And no, I am not exactly.
Actually, they are like, thank God that they want just to have sales, because it's not what corpos have been trying to have nowadays, you know? It's just, oh my God. I don't know. Ubisoft is always the first example that comes to my mind. Okay, just look at Ubisoft. It is still in denial, even broke. Like, I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know.
Exaggerating. Totally just talking about denim, right? Just a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman explaining how her good genes gave her personality and purity. I mean, are we really going to pretend that this isn't a little fashy-coded? Look, I'm not saying that Sydney Sweeney personally wrote this ad to revive.
I will say nothing. Just look and see if it isn't just the same type of people. Okay? Just let this sink in for a second. Okay, let's continue.
The Third Reich. But American Eagle absolutely knew what they were doing here. You don't get to drop lines about inherited traits, blue eyes, and great genes while zooming in on somebody that could have walked straight off of a Nazi propaganda post.
Okay, I know what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to come on the TV and say, I'm sorry for being a white supremacist, privileged woman with blonde hair, blue eyes, and white skin. What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck you guys are expecting to have?
And expect people not to catch that reference.
Nobody here mentions having blue eyes. I genuinely believe that these people make up at least half.
And I bet with all of you, whoever wants, that even if she did so, they would never ever be satisfied. Never. Because you give these people an inch, they go a mile, you know? I heard this somewhere, but yeah, that's very true. Not only for feminists, but their entire leftish agenda propaganda. It's all that way. Like, you can get the woke shit, the LGBTQ plus, the whoever you think about. They always like that. You give them an inch, they go a mile. That's all. And that's why the word is being censored, like, nowadays. Like, that's all.
Of the things that they think they're hearing. This woman plays us this clip, edited this video together, and she can't even quote it correctly.
We are watching fascist aesthetics sneak back into pop culture through fashion ads, trad wife influencers, and yes, now blue jeans.
I was also today years old when I learned that blue jeans are apparently fascist.
I can't believe this.
You know,
I can't believe this. Oh my God.
I'm warning you guys, stop doing Nazism.
It is not.
Punch it, Sydney, punch it.
Let me explain. Hypothetically, let's say we did live in a nation prior to 2016 and all the bullshit that has coincided with it. And you put out an ad, a white, blonde, blue-eyed, Hitler's wet dream talking about how much she loves her genetics. It would still be weird. But then you add the fact that the nation...
You are the weird one.
Like,
what you're talking
Christian
about?
nationalism, white supremacist, fascist bigot...
You seem like you just left an asylum. What the fuck are you talking about?
Bullshit. Alongside a leader that has explicitly stressed the importance of being gene rich as opposed to gene natural, which falls alongside a lot of the same things that Hitler promoted back in Nazi Germany.
Look, I'm not trying to be mean, but girl definitely needs some cucumber on her eyes. Or something. Maybe a nap.
What the fuck?
I think this might be the one and only time that I fully endorse somebody
I don't think
taking
cucumbers
a
are
handful
enough.
of Prozac.
Yeah, okay, so you know that RFK Jr. guy in office? Yeah, he's trying to do what they did in World War II and round up all the disabled people and participate in eugenics. And given that, we maybe shouldn't be cracking jokes that involve
oh
genetics,
oh my god,
especially talking about good genes in the context of a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes.
I'm sorry, did you just say that RFK Jr. is rounding up disabled people? I'm sorry, what? I am genuine.
Also again, the Roach King Grace writes, the top one's word problem is Karen's. Yeah, that's all.
Genuinely concerned about these progressive women. Because where are you getting this stuff? I always think to myself, there is so much crazy already happening in the world. You don't need to make things up. So why is this what you've chosen to make up? As you guys are probably realizing by now, the vast majority of these rants, and there are so many of them, are completely unhinged and
Don't tell me.
incomprehensible. They make things up, they mash together unrelated crazy concepts, they try to connect this to Trump and to fascism and to white supremacy and to cotton being racist and contraceptives. I'm not making it up. I feel like I'm in one giant fever dream.
They're literally saying the quiet part out loud, but was it ever truly quiet when you're wearing dumbass merch?
It's more like a
this?
nightmare.
I mean, really. Make America great again. When was America ever great? Their definition of greatness was when this country was full of white supremacists and that slavery still existed. And now we have this interesting
I bet
ad
it
with the
was
play on
way
words where we
better
pass
without
on
people
blue
like you
genes
around.
to those genetically with blue eyes. And let me just guess that they're gonna market that these jeans are made out of 100% cotton. Heaven forbid that there's any poly blend or any mixture of other fabrics, because you know we will totally wrap them all up and incinerate them like we incinerated $10 million worth of contraceptives overseas and 56,000 tons of food.
At the end of the day, guys, this is just
Oh
a cute
my
girl
God, oh
in
my
a
God.
pair of jeans. And she's
Truth is that they use whatever bullshit they want and that they can think about to make their opinions based on their feelings valid. That's all. And they will always make up the most horrendous and absurd excuses that ever could be built up to try to defend the indefensible, you know, like it's just how ridiculous these women are. Like, oh my god, narcissistic asses.
exclusively referring to the fact that she's a cute girl in a pair of jeans. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. So the question here really becomes, why are these women freaking out about something that is innocuous to anyone who is not a walking human lobotomy? The first, and probably the most obvious, is that a huge chunk of this backlash is attributed to the fact that Sydney Sweeney is good looking. And women, especially the loudest, most chronically online group of them,
I think today I'm a mix of Honky
they're not
Zuki
mad
with Evil
about the
Zuki, I
jeans.
guess.
They're not even mad, probably, about this fascist subtext. And usually I wouldn't even evaluate a situation like this because I think that attributing everything to jealousy is actually lazy. But in this case, I think they're jealous.
A zombie horde of
Sydney Sweeney
Bacchus.
represents
Oh, you
something
think
that
they're
for
jealous?
years
They're
they've been
just
trying to tear down. Unapologetic attractiveness.
They're all mad at this because it's not this the way it used to be. Not
Yes,
only
it's all about
When
that.
they look at this, it makes them feel bad because that's not what they look like. This
Exactly,
is
it's like I
closer
said as
to
well.
what they look like. So
Based,
when they see
based.
this,
I don't know who you are, but
they
based.
get upset.
Since about 2015-ish, beauty and advertising was
How easy it became to be based nowadays, right? You just don't be like hers. Like don't be like them, you know? Don't be like that stupid asses. Yeah, that's all. And you're based, yes. Simple as that.
cast aside to accommodate inclusivity and representation. Kind of like how Disney had one wildly successful superhero movie and then decided
What
to
the
poop
fuck
out
am I
like a
watching?
million more. Advertising
Hell
basically went the
no.
same way. Traditionally, hot models got
Oh, again, the my truth thing. I speak my truth. Oh, God, there is only one truth. I will not enter in this again.
traded out for real life
Because
people,
I don't
which
want
morphed
this to
into
be one
obese
hour
genderqueer-coded
video.
they-thems, because the corporate folk believe that this is what consumers relate to. It was almost like beauty became a dirty word. But like I explained in my video about this topic recently,
Because it became?
all of this fell out of favor reasonably quickly because ultimately people like pretty people. And as the gender ideology movement has fallen out of favor, as the transgender movement has fallen out of favor, as there's been a very big shift away from progressivism, the aesthetics that basically underpin these movements and ideologies have also fallen away as well. You know the aesthetics I'm talking about.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm learning so much.
Oh, God, again this. Oh, no. P-hat. What is it? What the fuck is this?
One of the funniest things to me about the criticism here is that these women are consistently arguing that
If this is not a possessed person for you, I don't know what is. Okay? That's all.
things to me about the criticism here is that these women are consistently arguing that having an attractive white woman in an ad erases other people.
Hey, American Eagle, now do black and brown women. Because black and brown women also have great genes that they inherit from their parents. Did you know that? They also have butts that
Oh my
look really good
God.
in genes as well. But they don't have to fit their butts into American Eagle genes. And I realize that the point of the ads, if we're all understanding them correctly, is that you're trying to point in the direction away from black and brown.
They act like this is a zero-sum game, and honestly, all of this behavior and the way that they represent these issues, it just comes across as resentment dressed up as social justice. The truth is, this is a group of people who have built their entire identities around rejecting conventional beauty standards, and, you know, that's fine. You do you, boo. I hate that I just said that. I never call anyone boo. Usually my go-to pet names are actually Pet or Possum? No, I don't say that one either.
What the fuck is this, Sydney?
Chief is good. Anyway, so when someone like Sydney Sweeney shows up just confident and doing her thing and looking how she looks, it's like a personal attack to them. So they're not really mad about the ad's politics. I mean, they are, because they're crazy enough that they've decided there's all this subtext there, but they're mad that this girl's attractive and the world is noticing.
This campaign, using Sydney Sweeney in this way, is pushing women to pander to conservative men in their fantasies. And before I go any further, I also think it's important to note, and I can second this based on my own personal life experience, that a lot of conservative men just want to show the world that this is their type. But like the Madonna whore complex, they're actually likely to also be interested in women of color, black women, trans women, and then just hold a woman like Sydney Sweeney up on their arm to show to the world that they are adhering to the white supremacist, patriarchal, capitalistic beauty standards.
Good for American Eagle because their stock is up, but
She's not entirely wrong though, but we know the true reason that she made this statement. Like, it's very clear. She's not entirely wrong, just partially.
I haven't shopped there in 10 years, and this ad objectifying women and selling the male gaze to women is not going to make me want to shop there now. Like, ew. What was that?
And that leads me to the bigger cultural shift happening right now. For a while, there was this movement to reject the male gaze, and I think that's part of what led to a lot of women deliberately dressing and looking like burnt toast. Rejecting the male gaze meant pushing away anything that might be seen as catering to men, and the overall concept has almost become a sort of mustache, that's hard to say, mustache twisting villain in pop culture society, with many modern feminists targeting it as the reason women are objectified and mistreated in Western culture. And it's actually funny if you really think about that, because at the moment we have this online avalanche of women complaining that men aren't approaching them despite intentionally doing things to attract them now. That's obviously
What
another
the fuck
topic
is
for another
this
video.
Cosplay? Tell me why every day I go out looking adorable, tits bouncing, skin glistening.
Oh my god, I've seen these shorts so many times. It always pop up in like 8% of the videos I watch. I'm tired of watching this girl already, oh my god.
And yet nobody ever hits on me or approaches me. Ever! Oh my god, like please. I'll take a construction worker catcall at this point. Please.
Today I'm in the mood to put together an outfit that would criminally offend a straight man. And what better way to start off than with jorts?
Yesterday I posted about how I cut off all my hair because men prefer long hair, right? So I was like, yeah, I want to have short hair. And I want to unpack that for a bit because some people have...
They do always the exactly opposite of what men want, and then they complain that men don't. Wow! It's amazing! How effective! How... Wow, like... Oh god, I have no words.
Misunderstood, right? Now, I didn't cut it all off to spite men, although that is quite funny, and I am glad that they have taken it that way. I cut it all off because I wanted to cut it off, and I realized that the only reason I had long hair was to appeal to the male gaze, and I didn't even realize that. like subconsciously, the only reason I had long hair was to appeal to the male gaze.
So I think this is why Sydney Sweeney makes them so mad, because she doesn't do this. Whether or not you agree with her being kind of sexualized in these ads, or whether or not you actually think she's attractive or not, a lot of people do, Sydney Sweeney is not ashamed of her attractiveness, of her beauty. She wants you to look.
And
she's
she
not
shouldn't.
shaming you for wanting to look. And she's very welcome about it. And honestly, I think this is part of why the men folk like her so much. Men will obviously have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think being welcomed into enjoying someone's attractiveness is refreshing in a society that tells you you're a pig and a monster for wanting to see beautiful women. That's why Sweeney, I think, is such an attractive person. She clearly likes men, doesn't reject her clearly right-wing family, she doesn't fake feminism or left-wing views for clicks on the internet. She just lives, she breathes, and it makes feminists lose their absolute minds. As with most of these sort of topics, this one has obviously kept evolving as these women continue to foam at the mouth over this ad. And we've also had outlets running kind of psychotic pieces like this one about how this is a cultural symbol of whiteness. So unsurprisingly to none of you, this has definitely morphed into a conversation around race and around whether or not white people are allowed to express any sort of satisfaction or happiness around their appearance or anything to do with their ancestry. Like I said earlier, I'm usually loath to attribute terrible, progressive, liberal feminist behavior to jealousy, because I do think it's a lazy explanation, but in this case, I think it's the accurate one. I think that they're upset that this age of inclusive, representative, diverse, anti-white, anti-hot advertising is over. And I think a lot of these terribly insecure, not super conventionally attractive women are taking out their anger and their insecurity and their frustration on a jeans commercial. On a jeans commercial. The most ridiculous
On a jeans
thing here
commercial.
about all of this that I know all of us know to be true is that if this were a black girl talking about her jeans, leftists would be encouraging her. They would be saying how brave this is, how awesome this is, how representative this is. But because it's a really cute white girl doing this cute little play on words, suddenly it's a giant problem. These women love to
It's not even about the color. I bet it was a very pretty black woman, it would be the exactly same thing. Because she cannot be... I don't even think the color is the problem. I think the problem is being pretty. I think it's the main problem there. Like, the rest is just part of the package, you know. I bet it if it was like a woman as pretty as Sydney Sweeney, but from another race, like for example a black person, but like very well clothed, like in jeans or whatever it is about the propaganda, it would have the same effect because she would not be a haired armpit, very fat and ugly bitch with like purses, you know. She would be like very normal and pretty black woman. They would complain as the same. Probably a little less complaining because not because they wouldn't want to complain, but because most of them would be felt shame of because they know she's black. So they would feel like they would feel like that would be like the top of absurdity if they complain. Off the top of the hypocrisy if they complain about her, you know. So most, like at least 50% of them would not, but I bet at least 50% of them would still complain away, you know.
to be offended, and it really does go to
And the other part would still not like it, but would not like it in silence, you know.
show that they will foam at the mouth anytime a cute white girl gets any sort of attention. What's funny is this ad doesn't insinuate anything about race, but liberals interpret good genes to inherently mean immutable characteristics like skin color, rather than say attractive traits like facial symmetry, or in Sydney Sweeney's case, being very gifted in the chest region. And the funniest
I think the top like the top reason will always be the pretty against ugly, and everything else is secondary, like hair color, skin color, and etc. It's the main thing is pretty versus ugly. Like in this kind of situation, they want a very ugly person represented them. They don't want a pretty, beautiful person. It doesn't matter, you know?
Part is that these feminist types wouldn't care if she were parading around half naked or if she went around saying how much men suck, but because Sweeney orientates herself towards men, because she appeals to them, they wholeheartedly reject her. So it's not that surprising that they're kicking up so much of a fuss when they don't see fat, hairy they-thems with mastectomy scars in their advertising. But the angle that they're taking here is the reachiest of reaches. So back to the original question. Are these women okay? No. No, they are not. But in the end, it's clear to see for most people with a functioning brain that the response from these women on TikTok has been a mass overreaction. And maybe because I'm a bit of a sicko, I do get a little bit of perverse pleasure knowing that something as innocuous as a jeans ad is driving these women up the wall. Now on that note, and before I open the floor to all of you, this is just a reminder, check out Raycon using the link in the description. I genuinely use Raycon now. I have replaced my old earbuds with these earbuds. I really like them. So if you're in the market for a new set, definitely check out Raycon. Now I open the floor to all of you. What do you all think? Are these women unhinged? I think I know the answer to that, but I want to hear what you guys think. Are they
Yes.
fine? Are they totally reasonable calling out this ad? Do you also think that it's a Nazi propaganda piece? Do you think that it's play on
It
words
is a
about
Nazi
jeans and
propaganda,
jeans,
yes.
people jeans? Do you think that Sydney Sweeney is attractive and that's why people are cross? Do you think that there are other reasons why this massive freakout is happening? Do you think it has to do with the death of ugliness in advertising? Do you think that it has to do with the fact that people don't like white women in advertising? What are
What do you think, Madame Audience? Is Sydney Sweeney pretty, huh? Do you think she's ugly? Do you think she's pretty? Let me know in the comments. Oh my god, it's not possible. I don't believe someone would ever say that she's not pretty. This person, if someone said that in my comment section, oh my god, I don't want to even click on the profile of that person to see what kind of video that person watches for real, like, for real.
Are the other reasons that might be cropping up that might be turning these women into crazy people on TikTok? And what do you generally make of this issue overall? As always, if you have made it this far in the video, congratulations. I always like having you along for the full ride. If you are new here and you are not subscribed already and you would like to see more of me and more of this kind of content, feel free to subscribe to the channel, as well as leaving this video a like and a comment because I do read the majority of them and I like hearing your feedback. Of course, in the interim, I hope you little chickadee people stay safe and well and make good choices because those are really important, and I will see your lovely little faces in the next video.
Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, that support my work here on YouTube, and especially my 5-tail Fox Tier member, Zalost, and my 3-tail Fox Tier members, Heath Rowell, Fenny Sylvy, and Radmuiel, for the incredible support to my work. Thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to everyone who donated to me through Tron and to all of my YouTube members. You can support this channel live and grow with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. Yeah, that's it. Thank everyone for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check the links below. Patreon, the squad, go fire Tron. Yeah, that's it. 37 minutes of video for editing. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.